Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to our presentation via Team Lorem Ipsum. Lorem Ipsum is a national blockchain-driven private cloud-based platform for Bangladesh adopted in the healthcare administration. Bangladesh is a populous country with 168 million people having no centralized healthcare system. The average number of patients per year is approximately 75 million in Bangladesh. The lack of an electronic health record storage system plagues the healthcare sector of Bangladesh. Additionally, manual paper-based record keeping is still a primary feature of Bangladesh's healthcare sector. Corruption like forgery and bribery is still rampant. Lack of preservation of health records leads to enormous losses of time and capital. Currently, in Bangladesh, there is no information about the number of people suffering from a specific disease or the number of vaccinations a person has had. Every report, result, and vaccination record is paper-based and can easily be lost, hidden, or forged. A few digital records exist, but because of them being privately owned, they lack a single truth. An elegant solution is necessary to solve all these problems. Hence, presenting Lorem Ipsum, a national blockchain-driven private cloud-based platform adopted in the electronic health record system of Bangladesh. Lorem Ipsum is a blockchain-based platform that will be able to store a ledger of records of citizens' medical history. The blockchain-based identity ledger will be able to store all the medical records of every citizen in their own profile. The profile will be viewable to only the patient, and the patient can share his profile with his current doctor and insurance provider, helping the doctor provide a better diagnosis, and the insurance provider will be able to check if the user is eligible for insurance or not. Every test and vaccination report will be uploaded to the patient's profile whenever the results are out by the diagnostic center that conducted the test. The doctors will also be able to upload their prescriptions to the patient's profile. Lorem Ipsum aims to eliminate all frauds, breaches, delays tormenting Bangladesh's healthcare sector. Lorem Ipsum ensures a fast, streamlined process. A patient can access his data by logging in the user application. They can permit doctors and diagnostic centers to access their health records. Doctors can both read and write on the patient's health records. From the doctor's side of the user application, he can view the previous medical history of the patient and issue prescriptions and reports. Diagnostic centers can upload reports and test results to the patient's profile. Additionally, insurance companies can view the patient profile and check for eligibility for insurance claims. Any additions to the patient data will have to go through the consensus protocol of Lorem Ipsum's blockchain platform. Only after being verified, the new block will be broadcasted and added to the blockchain. Lorem Ipsum outmatches current manual processes and even centralized digital systems in many aspects. Lorem Ipsum ensures the same record in all places with fast processing. It is impossible to corrupt the record as they are digitally signed and stored in the blockchain. As the entire system is decentralized, failure at one point will not compromise the entire system. Naturally, the question may arise, why is our system needed anyway? Let's take a look at some facts. Globally, more than 100 million patient data has been exposed due to data breaches. Because of miscommunication between doctors, $10 billion losses are incurred every year. In Bangladesh, due to the lack of a central health ledger, we lose 140 million outpatient visits to over 3,000 public and private hospitals every year. Our system wants to change the status quo. Lorem Ipsum is compliant with all global data privacy standards. It helps reduce redundancies and increases the standard of our healthcare industry, thereby increasing the standard of healthcare in the entire country. With Lorem Ipsum, we are looking at a large potential market. According to the World Health Organization, the health sector makes up 3.5% of the GDP of Bangladesh. From ESP costing estimates, we can assume that the net infrastructural and logistical costs to be about 8.5% of the industry's worth, and operating costs are about 70% of that. The potential net worth of our market would be about 45 million USD. There are 75 million patients who need healthcare services every year. A solution like Lorem Ipsum will be massively influential for both users and the government. Hospitals and diagnostic centers will benefit from better management of data. For health insurance provider, the system will serve as a massive boost as they can look at and evaluate eligible candidates and stop insurance fraud. Researchers can use our anonymized medical records to make predictions and forecast health anomalies. Now, let's take a look at our partners. Lorem Ipsum is ultimately a government-owned solution, so the Health Ministry will operate and maintain the system. The National ICT Ministry will be a key partner in customer validation. Other health institutions will also perform operation, regulation, and maintenance of health data. Licensed intermediaries will be there to implement the system and better adapt it to the local area system. Our system uses BigchainDB as blockchain as a service platform. The BigchainDB's blockchain is set up and managed through the BigchainDB server API. Smart contracts are managed and deployed through BigchainDB. BigchainDB is based on the Tendermint consensus protocol. It is a Byzantine, fault-tolerant consensus protocol that works even when 1/3 of the nodes are compromised. Data is stored in a private IPFS network, which is a distributed file storage system with upgradability and manageability. This diagram highlights the governance systems of Lorem Ipsum. The blockchain is a consortium blockchain. The purple nodes is the Ministry of Health, which makes a private cloud. The hospitals are the supernodes, and the device on which the user application is installed are the light nodes. Supernodes contain the entire copy of the blockchain. All communication is conducted through a secure channel using end-to-end encryption, and data privacy is also maintained. Let's take a look at the different interactions between different agents in our platform. As we can see, patients can read data and authorize or revoke access to their profile to insurance companies and doctors. Patients will not have writing permission, as they may upload fraudulent data. On the contrary, doctors can both read and write data on the patient's profile, while diagnostic centers can only write data. Insurance companies can read patient data to identify valid insurance claims. However, these interactions are subjected to authorization from the owner of the data, and onboarding can only be done by administrators. The Lorem Ipsum is a blockchain-based technology that leverages a Byzantine fault-tolerant system with state replication over multiple nodes properties. BigchainDB provides fast querying capabilities on the blockchain. Distributed file systems using IPFS can provide high volume storage and throughput. Our system will have significant social and economic value proposition for users. The health sector of Bangladesh is hugely corrupted and is filled with malpractice. Lorem Ipsum aims to reduce this corruption and malpractices by eliminating the middleman and increasing overall transparency. Our economic value proposition will reduce overall government costs and improve the current health insurance system. All these advances are to attain Sustainable Development Goal 3, which aims to provide universal health coverage, prevent substance abuse, boost medicine and vaccine distribution, and help in emergency preparedness. Lorem Ipsum will face local and foreign competitors, but the international competitors are infeasible for Bangladesh, while the local competitors lack unanimity and have no blockchain-based solution. If our interface is difficult to understand, intermediaries may arise, so we might have to introduce licensed intermediaries to help and adapt the system seamlessly. Lorem Ipsum could be facing several types of risks. Implementation risks could come from digitizing records and corrupt officials. We can solve it by ensuring transparency and refining rules. Technical risks can arise during training the officials in this digital system. Training courses have to be run to establish a digital signature or identification system. Operational risks can occur due to the system being compromised. To overcome this, rigorous testings and parallel runs have to be done in the first year. Finally, there can be a massive social risk, as the Bangladeshi society is impervious to change, so we will use licensed intermediaries to make the transition smoother. The revenue models we plan to use initially are mainly the direct sales model. Health insurance companies, hospitals, and diagnostic centers can have 1 month's free trial, after which they will have to pay a yearly subscription fee. Citizens of Bangladesh will pay a one-time boarding fee of 50 BDT. They will not have to pay any membership fees. Payments can be done using popular online payment methods. The business model canvas summarizes our entire business model in a single slide with all the revenue streams and cost structures. The key partners are mentioned alongside value propositions. Public hospitals and diagnostic centers will be our primary channel from where our system will be distributed. Meanwhile, insurance companies will be our third distribution channel. The fourth distribution channel will be the citizens of Bangladesh themselves, as they will be the owner of the electronic health record our system aims to provide. Looking at the timeline distribution in the year 2022, we plan to finalize our prototype and test the system. Meanwhile, the project will be deployed on a small scale. All functional and non-functional testing is to be completed by fall 2023, and we will start to deploy the system for wide adoption in the second phase. In the full deployment phase, technical and other details will be handled. Finally, from post-2027, Lorem Ipsum will be fully deployed with a maintenance framework for regular evaluation. Lorem Ipsum can be scaled up in several dimensions. Our solution can be a point of interest for pharmaceutical companies looking for an efficient network for distribution, where we create smart contracts for prescriptions. Secondly, we can prevent the government's huge capital loss due to vaccine mismanagement by implementing a smart contract-based solution where we only target vaccination advertisement to those who haven't received vaccination. Lorem Ipsum can scale up to be a federated data market where, after preserving patient anonymity, health data can be used for research purposes. Lorem Ipsum offers a simple, secure blockchain-based solution to the inefficient health management system in Bangladesh. It offers a strong architectural foundation which supersedes any digital system. It has significant social values aimed at fulfilling social development goals. The risks that the system faces can be reasonably mitigated by counteractions. With huge market potential and eager partners, our solution can easily be the next big breakthrough in Bangladesh's digital economy.